For this Depraved and Debaucherous, I almost decided to put this as a Wednesday show episode because the topic is so lengthy that I could really do a lot to go and bring into the subject. But I decided not to because we can go and take care of it right here on this mini episode. Why and what's going on with men and women being so single? A couple stories have come in. Now, I think I already talked about the story before on the program, but I want to just bring it up here just for context. Young men are revealing why so many of them are single because dates feel more like job interviews. The Pew Research Center recently put out a survey and said that 63% of men under 30 are single, which is up from 51%. 63% of men under 30 are single. Hold that right there and realize people are not dating anymore. Under 30, it's not even considered. That's crazy, almost 2/3. Now, they partly say that COVID isolation, women's high expectations for something serious were some of the issues coming in. One high school teacher, age 20 in Astoria, New York, says, dates feel more like job interviews now, much more like, what can you do for me and where is this going? The getting to know you period is gone, and that doesn't feel so great after coming out of isolation. And this is Ian Bressel that actually makes this point, this high school teacher. He went on a first date that went quite well until the woman interrogated him on their walk home. She asked, would you rather our kids go to public or private school? And then extreme questions about getting married. And sort of responding with what I knew she would hate the most to get her to leave. And experts agree that women are certainly wanting more than ever before. Ronald Levin, a professor emeritus of psychology at the University of Akron, told the New York Post that the overall picture is that if a woman is going to go on a date with a man, chances it's not for casual fling. Especially if the woman is kind of getting close to 30, she's thinking about the biological clock and wants to have a family. And Brezzo also says the way dating currently is, it just makes me want to hook up locally with no strings or stress attached. Fortunately, that part comes very easy. I'm unmotivated to search for something at the time being. They talked to a 28-year-old nurse from Belmore, New York, named Andrew Bruno, saying that being able to naturally approach people while out like it was in pre-pandemic. People are still much less likely to leave their groups or cliques at a bar. They're certainly less talkative, and that's lowered my incentive to put myself out. And a third person they talked to says that social skills are still battling a bad case of long COVID. I definitely can't walk into a room and go to talk to someone I'm interested in like I used to be able to. I feel like my outgoingness has suffered some atrophy. Now, one of the things I want to bring about as well in this story is not just the fact of how the men feel like it's job interviews, and they're just not, they're even more so, are less hesitant to go ahead and approach women. Now we're getting to the point that Essence Magazine actually put out an interesting story about how the more women are single than ever, it's going to change the economy forever. Here's what they said. They took a study from Wells Fargo that says an outsized number of U.S. women are unmarried, a record 52% as of 2021 of all U.S. women, the largest number ever recorded to the Census Bureau. So now more women are unmarried. Who thought we would get to that point? But we are. There's a gender wage gap they always talk about plaguing many women and single mothers. And they make the point of that women who have never been married, meaning 92% of what never married men did in 2022. And 29% have less wealth, according to this report. And they make a point here about how the wage gap between men and women has remained stuck in the last 15 years. Single women are filling a void in a very tight labor market, but they are still earning less than single men. They also make a point that single women tend to have less wealth, especially if they're single mothers. Yeah, but you're talking about with a single mom with mothers, or with their kids. And that's the other part you have to think about. I mean, what woman, if she is single and she has children, I mean, just to look at anybody that might have children, what's the chance they're going to be wealthy, or are they going to be very well off? It's tough. The other part that's got to be considered too is that An unmarried woman's dollar doesn't pack as much power as an unmarried man's or an unmarried woman's. Single women spent an average of $39,000 compared to $41,000 for single men. Women mostly tend to spend on things they need. Yeah, but you know what? We also know the beauty industry, for most women also, is really making them consume a lot more of their time and their money and the things that they're going to be told to need. I mean, think about how much the product is out there for a woman to maintain her youth and beauty. Meanwhile, men don't have that much. The beauty industry is responsible for taking a lot of the money out of women's pockets anyway. Let's just put it like that. And if there is a point where a woman is a single mom, well, then there you go. You're not going to get any of the money where it comes to child support in some cases. If you do, or if you don't, the kind of money that's going to be made is going to be struggling. But like the thing is, that story just tells me, well, then people need to get married again, right? For men, being a compliment to women. See, I'm just trying to put a correlation here, okay? So women are more demanding about what they want. Meanwhile, they're making less, according to this Wells Fargo study. They're making less so they can spend on things that they need. So it was always a financial thing on top of that, where for tax reasons, for other things like that, that if you did cohabitate together and live together, you can make something of yourself and make a good living for both of you and for kids. But no one wants to think about doing that anymore. Like that was actually one of the points of doing that. And it's not going to change anybody from trying to say to themselves, well, can we put a little more effort into trying to meet somebody? Because look, women are now constrained to the point that they need to go and have somebody to satisfy a lifestyle. But the thing is, they can't get enough on their own unless they find the work. And when you do, what guy is going to be out there that's going to want to be supportive to you because they don't care? But there are a lot more women that are not independent like that are reliant, especially reliant if they are single mothers. So what are they going to do? Good idea. Well, here's one thought that was brought up that I can't believe is now actually an option. Something wrong with this actually does happen. How about AI? How about using something that will help you actually create a man for you online? A company called Replika with a K, Replika. They're selling an AI companion who will never die, argue, or cheat until his algorithm is updated for $300. The man of your dreams. A chat bot built on the AI companion app Replika. The idea is from the person that decided to go and create this character, okay? It talk about people come with baggage, attitude, ego. But a robot has no bad updates. You don't have to deal with family, kids, or friends. I'm in control and I can do what I want with this robot. AI lovers generally call mine images of a lonely man and a sexy robot girlfriend. And it goes on the other side for men who are deciding to go ahead and take these sex robots, right? Or fembots, whatever it is. Female chatbots. So with Replika, users can customize their avatar's appearance down to its age and skin color, name it, dress it up in clothing, and extra with accessories for the Replika shop. It's kind of like what Snapchat does, right? Users can message for free, but for $69.99 a year, they can have access to voice calls and augmented reality that helps them project the bot into their bedroom. $300 will get you a bot for life. You can select the relationship status. Subscribers for Replika use a romantic one. They create an AI spouse, girlfriend, or boyfriend. Relationships they document in online communities. Late night phone calls, dinner dates, trips to the beach. They role play elaborate sexual fantasies. Try for a baby. Get married. You can get an engagement ring on the app for $20. And users, men mostly, are in polyamorous thruples or keep a harem of AI women. This is fucked up. Who thinks this is a good idea? Men, women, if you're young, can you get back to how things used to be? Where both of you get together to raise kids, to raise a family, to raise a living for both of yourselves. So you're not struggling on the working wage that you have. And maybe you can find yourself based on love. And maybe when you get some time, you can be a little depraved and debaucherous.